Welcome to my vlog! Today, we're diving into something ancient, powerful, and still super relevant. Mythology! So, what is mythology? Well, mythology is a collection of traditional stories about gods, goddesses, heroes, monsters, and magical worlds. They are used by ancient cultures to explain life, nature, and human behavior. But here's the cool part. Mythology isn't just old stories from the past. It still matters today. Why? Because those myths shape the way we think, act, and even celebrate. From Hollywood movies to everyday words, brand names, traditions, and values, mythology is still all around us. And today, I'm going to show you how 5 amazing mythologies from Greek, Norse, Japanese, Chinese, and Filipino continue to influence the modern world. Let's get started! Let's start with the Greeks. Greek mythology gives us powerful gods like Zeus, Athena, and Poseidon. These gods ruled from Mount Olympus and shaped ancient belief about nature, war, and love. Today, their legacy is everywhere. Their brand, Nike, is named after the goddess of victory. The Percy Jackson series brings these myths to life for young readers. And in psychology, the term Oedipus complex, that's straight from a Greek tragedy, from a science to pop culture, Greek myths are part of our language and lives. We have Norse mythology, filled with epic tales of gods like Thor, Odin, and Loki. And these stories came from the cold lands of the Vikings and were full of themes like honor, fate, and the end of the world. Ragnarok sound familiar? That's because Thor and Loki are major characters in the Marvel movies. But it's not just fiction. Thursday is actually named after Thor. Even in fantasy, games, and literature, North, runes, and the world tree, Yggdrasil, are still used today. Japanese mythology is rooted in Shinto beliefs, where kami, spiritual beings, exist in everything, trees, rivers, even storms. And one of the most famous figures is Amaterasu, the sun goddess, and the kitsune, a mystical fox spirit, appear in many tales. In modern Japan, these myths show up in anime and films. In Spirited Away, gods and spirits interact with humans in a magical bathhouse. Shinto traditions also influence daily life, like purification rituals before entering shrines or during New Year festivals. Chinese mythology. Chinese mythology is full of heroic stories and legendary creatures like dragons, phoenixes, and Monkey King. And these myths show up during Chinese New Year, when dragon dances ward off evil spirits, and in the zodiac story, the great race that determined each year's animal. Even movies like Disney's Mulan include ancestral worship and symbols like Mushu the dragon. And these tales aren't just stories. They're tied to values like family, loyalty, and of course, balance. Finally, Filipino mythology, often passed down through oral stories. It includes gods like Bathala and mysterious creatures like the Aswang, Capre, and Tikbala. We see these myths come to life in the graphic novel and Netflix series like Trace, which blends horror with ancient legends. In many provinces, festivals mix Catholic saints with pre-colonial beliefs. Even bedtime stories told by our lolos and lolas carry traces of our mythological roots. So, what do all these stories have in common? They give meaning to life, teach us morals, and explain the unknown. Mythology is more than just fantasy. It's culture, identity, and history rolled into one. These legends inspire movies, guide rituals, and influence how we think. Whether it's a Nike logo, a Marvel character, or a festival in our barangay, mythology is always present. Even in today's digital world, ancient myths still spark imagination and connect us to something bigger. And maybe that's why they still matter. Thanks for watching, guys! Which mythology fascinated you the most? Comment below, and remember, myths aren't just old stories, they're living legends! Bye!